everybody. The intention of this video is to guide you and help you understand this new platform that we are going to be using in order to create the packaging that we are going to be designing. So first of all, this platform is called Corel Vector. How is it that you enter it? So you just go and write Corel Vector. Over here you are going to be looking for this one that says welcome to Corel Vector, or you can see the full URL app.corelvector.com. You are going to be avoiding this one that says cloud.corelvector.com. Okay, they are different. They're related, but we're going to be focusing on this one. So it will take you to this first screen. Over here you can see that there are different options that we can use. However, we're going to be focusing on this one that is print, because that is what we're going to be doing, designing a product that is going to be printed. If you would like, you can just explore the other ones, but right now I just want to be really specific. On this left side, what you're going to be able to find is two main options. One is open from Corel Vector, which is like a cloud. Corel Vector has a cloud, like Drive or something like that. You may use it. However, my recommendation for all the things that we're going to be doing is that you're going to be saving it on your computer, saving it in a local file, whether it's the desktop or in documents, whatever you like. So you always have it with you. Why is this important? Because sometimes what happens that for some reason for students, this platform only allows you to have a license for 15 days, and once you are like done with those 15 days, whatever it is there, you have to log out, delete the account, and you don't want to miss your file. So that is why you always should keep your files saved in your desktop. Okay, over here at the top you can decide what are the sizes that you want for your document. Usually you can decide what is the unit that you want to use, millimeters, centimeters, inches, and all of that. We're just going to be choosing centimeters. You can add the measurements there. However, if you click here on paper size, it tells you basically the measurements that it could have, like standardized based on real dimensions of by different surfaces. So we're just going to start with this one, which is A4. It's a letter size. Okay, we click on it. One of the first things that you're going to be doing, I will explain in a second, like what is the platform but I understand that most of you are familiarized with centimeters instead of millimeters. So what you're going to do is on the right side where it says document, you're going to click on the area where it says unit. Instead of millimeters, you're going to select centimeters, right? This will affect all and everything that you're going to be doing in the platform. Okay, so at the top we have like several like buttons. You can tell over here this one that is saved, this one like undo anything that you have done, zoom in, zoom out, whatever. And there are like shapes that are the standard shapes. You can also create your own. Like for example over here I'm just clicking and I can close it over here, or you can just click and drag at the same time, so you can create organic shapes, right? Over here right now I'm not focusing on the measurements. However, if I wanted to, I could. Like for example, I could select the shape that I did first, and on the right side, if you notice, like look at this column. As I click on the outside of the shape, it changes, right? So over here it's just focused on the characteristics of the page, but once I select the shape, it changes to the data about that shape. So for example, here it talks about the size. So if I click and drag, it like changes the dimension of the shape, and the same on the other side. If I wanted it for it to be proportional, I can just click here, and whichever that I change, it will just change the other one proportionally. What does that mean? That they are changed at the same time and in the same proportion, so the shape won't change, right? You can also rotate it if you like, and that would be basically it in this area. Sorry. Okay, over here you can just decide what is the color that you want the shape to have. Over here you can just select it, There are some other colors here, or you can experiment by defining what is the main color and even define the opacity of that shape. What is the opacity? Basically whether I can see something behind it. So I will just do an example right here. I will just select this shape that it is on top. I'm going to just click with 2 fingers, so this appears and it says send to back, arrange, send to back. So if you see right now, I can see the orange shape behind this one that I have already drawn. Why? Because of this opacity. If I go up, it is going to become darker, completely solid. As I go down, it becomes more transparent. Okay, that is called opacity. And you can also decide to change the color of the border. I think it's slightly thin right now. What I will do is that I will just make it bigger. Over here in this area, you can just make the edge bigger, like thicker. You can also like regulate it over here, whether you want the corners to be rounded, or if you see these ones are chopped off a little bit. This one you can just play around, so you can, over here you cannot tell, okay, but technically you could see the difference in the thickness of it. Okay, there you go, there you see it. So as we change it, you can tell, you can see the shape changing. Okay, there are other effects over here that you can take a look at, but I mean, like, most of it is about like exploration. And in this case, obviously I'm just showing you the basics. You can also add some text. If you see right there, as soon as I hover over the shape, it shows us a little bit of how to use it. So it says click to create text. So that's what we're going to be doing. I already clicked there. I'm going to click on the board and it appears your text here. So I can just add something. Hello, my name is Lina. Okay, and then once I have the text, I can just click on the outside, but if you see, the configuration on the right side has changed. I can also change the color, but I want that particular orange. So what I do is that I click on this one, the dropper, and I just hover over the color that I want, right? And as you notice, the name changed. Okay, over here, it will tell you, please save this file to Corel Vector to enable autosave. It might appear this or some other window. You're going to just say cancel, and so your file is not missing. I just prefer to do this right now. You click on file on the left side at the top corner, and you're going to click on save to local file as. And over there, you just decide where is it that you want to like save it. And I'm just going to write whatever name that you want to give it. This is the format that is going to be saved in. We can just talk about a little bit later how to open it. Okay, so I just save it. So every time that you are making changes, I recommend you go back to this symbol. If you see I changed something, it appears now able to save. It will save. Okay, we were talking about the text. So in this case, we already changed the color. I can also change the font, right? You see I click on another one, the text changes. I can like move this so the name is bigger. In this case, I can change whether I wanted it to be bold or underlined, like the alignment of it. I can also change the space between the actual letters, and I can also change the space between the words. And over here you cannot see it, but technically let's imagine that I have these two into different like lines, and what I can do here is like separate the distance between those lines. Okay, so once again, there are plenty of things that you can explore. These are the main ones. Over here you can just get a regular shape, change the shape over here, or just enter the number, click, and let's say 3 centimeters. In this case, this is already like still blocked, so I will just unlock it. So I can just add a different measurement and it's not going to be changing proportionally, right? You can use this one. Sometimes it is useful, sometimes it is not. This is like a knife. What happens here is that I have separated those two shapes. I can only do straight lines. There is no possibility for you to actually, oh, there you go, free shape, like knife. In this case, let us see if it did something or no, it didn't. Okay. All right. We can also add images over here. Any images that you might have. Let me see if I find something. Okay, let us say that I will just open this one. This is one of the exercises that we did previously. You can just select the image, like resize it, turn it around, and fit it in wherever you like. This is not exactly as Canva that you can just put it inside a shape. That will be another trick, which will be, first of all, we need to bring the shape to the front, right? And then let me just erase this. Okay, we're going to be selecting the two shapes, the main shape and the one in the back, and we're going to say mask. If you see, now the image is within the shape that we had. If you wanted to, you could also have the background different. Okay. There are different things that you could do. For example, in this case, this is a mirror. It allows me to mirror the shape. Like in this case, it is a vertical flip, and this one is a horizontal one. I can just rotate it 90 degrees. I can just group things, like select them too, and this one will allow me to group. I could also blend in some things, like for example, I have these two shapes, but I want them to be joined. This one would allow me to join them. If you see, they all become one shape, and I can just move them around. And basically that will be it. Okay. In the next video, I will be explaining how to actually create one packaging template from a reference.